Hello, team. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, and this is our welcome call for all of our new and returning team members. So if we have not met before, I am Company Vice President Michelle Zito, and this is how we just like to get all of our new team members off to a strong start. So I've been with Park Lane for a little over 4 years now. Actually, I guess it's coming up closer to 5 years now, for a total of almost 19 years in direct sales, but almost 5 years of it here at Park Lane. And my job is to support you and train you and cheer you on so that you can have a successful business here. So if we're not already friends on Facebook, by all means, shoot me a friend request. If you are part of my actual team, you can do that through our team page. And of course, you should always be friend requesting your leader if she hasn't already friend requested you, so that your recruiter, your upline, everybody can easily be in touch with you. We can do recognition and all kinds of fun stuff. On Facebook, I am Michelle Walsh Zito, and it is Michelle with one L. So I am so thrilled to welcome you to Park Lane. I generally do this call weekly because it's important that everyone on the team gets the same information, which is good for you to know, because that means that even if you are brand new today and one of your friends says, oh my gosh, I would love to sell jewelry with you, you'll know that you can recruit her, because we are going to do this call for her and her recruits and their recruits and so on and so forth. So you don't have to know, I was going to say you don't have to know everything, but in actuality, you don't really have to know anything in order to have somebody join your team, because that new person will learn right alongside you. So tonight's call, we're going to focus on our Rich Rewards program, and that's how you add free jewelry as well as discounted supplies to your kit. And we're going to talk about how to introduce your friends and family to your new Park Lane business, including having a fun and successful launch. So I hope that you have a pen and paper handy so that you can take notes, because I'm going to share some words that work with you, as well as some scripts. Now, the scripts, of course, you don't have to write down. That would be ridiculous to try to write down a script. I'm going to show you where on the field interface, which is the, the internal part of Park Lane's website. I'm going to show you where all of those scripts are so that you'll be able to refer back to them. And so between the word choices you write down today and the ones that you'll refer to online, you should be in pretty good shape to go ahead and make those contacts. So I would love to know who we have, actually. I see we have Elaine from Connecticut, and Elaine is actually my personal recruit, so I'm excited for that. Dawn, you are on Teresa Morgan's team, right, in Oklahoma?
Yes.
Fabulous. But your recruiter who's your actual recruiter?
Rachel Roberts.
Great, that's what I thought. Okay, welcome. And then Phyllis is a leader on our team from, we technically say you're from DC? Is that what we say? Yes. So Phyllis is from DC. She's a senior division leader on our team. And then I see we have a couple of people on the phone. I don't know if you guys are able to unmute or if you're even muted in the first place, but the 614 phone number, who's that? I don't know if you can unmute.
Hi, Michelle. It's Tara Myers.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And tell us all where you're from and who you're signed up with.
So I'm from Ohio, and I'm underneath Sheila Russell Williams, and I just had not been on one of your calls before, so I'm got on tonight.
Wonderful. Well, that's why we continually have it, because that way you can jump on. And then I just saw Samantha DeSylvester came on. She is in San Antonio. but part of Jennifer Ewert's team, right? Which is based out of California, but you're like the Lone Ranger in of that team in San Antonio. But you know that we do have team members in San Antonio, right? That you could probably hook up with. Did we ever tell you that?
Oh yeah, I hook up with Beth a lot.
Perfect. That's what I just was going to say, because that is another great thing about our team. Our team is very spread out. So when you have a new recruit that doesn't live near you, always reach out, because between whether it's our organization or the greater Mary Grace Lewandowski organization, chances are someone lives near your recruit and who would be more than happy to let them come to a meeting to participate in the Sip and Styles, etc. So that is something that is great about this organization. So now, Park Lane is super generous to us. They know that we want to add more jewelry to our kit, but they don't want us spending all of our money on jewelry. So that is why we have what we call the Rich Rewards program. And that's the program that we all participate in, not just when you're new. You get to do this every single month of your business, where you can add free jewelry as well as discounted catalogs to your kit. And this is, of course, in addition to your weekly paychecks. At no time are we being paid in jewelry, okay? So let's jot down some numbers. Here's where I do need you to write something. First, I want you to write down 12 to 15 average orders. 12 to 15 average orders. Okay? Next, you're going to write down $1,000 in sales. $1,000 in sales. And then the final thing I want you to write down is $300 in commission. $300 in commission. So what do these numbers mean? When you collect 12 to 15 average orders for your launch party, and I know you all know 12 to 15 people with a neck, right? You can expect that you're going to get about $1,000 worth of customer orders, which means that you're going to earn a $300 commission check. Now, does that sound good?
Well.
Okay. Good. Now, again, Park Lane wants us to be making money, not always spending it. So that's why I want you to always be taking advantage of your Rich Rewards program. So I'm going to quick jump onto the field interface and show you where you can find this brochure. Can everybody see my screen? That I should have had open before? Okay. Oh, good. I was already signed in.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So in the field interface, there's a section that's called Downloads. And then this is a list of all different helpful brochures that you will at some point need. The one we're going to look at right now is called the Rich Rewards Club brochure. So many companies only make programs like this for new people. And lucky for us, Park Lane is better than all of those companies because we get to earn this every single month the whole time we're in business. So I am earning this free jewelry, your leader is earning this free jewelry, and so are you. Okay, so here are the various levels. Level 1 is earning $250 worth of free jewelry. So when you submit personal sales of $1,000 that are in the first 2 commission dates of a calendar month, you get to pick out $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. Now, you might be saying, what is a Park Lane calendar month? Park Lane operates on Wednesdays. So the last month ends on the last Wednesday of the month, which means the next month starts on that very next Thursday. So, for example, so that you guys can know for the month we're actually working in, the last Wednesday in September was September 26th, which means that October in Park Lane World started on September 27th, and the end of the first week is tomorrow, October 3rd. And that the second week is Wednesday, October 10th, ends Wednesday, October 10th. So for the purposes of this actual month that we are working in, when you submit $1,000 in net non-sales by between now and October 10th, you're going to get to pick out $250 worth of your choice of jewelry. All you pay on that is the sales tax, if your state has sales tax, and $650 shipping. Done. It shows up at your house, your choice. Now, every remaining level, levels 2 through 6, is you get the whole month to do it. So in the case of October, you have through actual Halloween, because the last Wednesday of the month also happens to be the last actual day of the month, which doesn't happen all that often, actually. So on Halloween is our actual last day of the month. So every remaining level is based on the whole month. Level 2 is your free catalogs. When you put in $1,500 in sales in that whole commission month, you get to place your catalog order, buy one, get one free. So if you buy 20, they actually send you 40. If you buy 30, they actually send you 60. Now, that's not another $1,500. If you already did 1,000 in the first 2 weeks, you're adding, just continuing to accumulate. All of these levels are cumulative. So level 3 is with personal sales of $2,500. You will receive in the mail the ensemble of the month. There's no shipping, there's no tax, just one day. A beautiful jewelry set comes in the mail. So I will show you on a different screen share what this month's look like. But as soon as it comes out for sale the following month, that means that you have new options to show your customers. So it can be anything from a necklace and earrings, a bracelet, a super high-end necklace, a bracelet and earring set, a ring, all different things. So that's a great way to freshen up your kit. Level 4 is when you submit $4,000 over the course of the whole month. In addition to what you've already earned, you are going to get to pick out another $300 in jewelry of your choice. So that is, of course, amazing. Then we have recruiting levels as well. So with 2 personal recruits that qualify with their $1,000 in sales in their first 5 weeks, you get to pick out another $300 worth of jewelry of your choice to reward you for that team building. And then additionally, if you have 4 that join your team and qualify in their 5 weeks, you get to pick out yet another $300 worth of jewelry. So you stand to add approximately $1,000 worth of jewelry to your kit any month that you want. It's just a matter of how many achievements are you going to get into that 1 month. So having a successful launch party that your leader's probably doing with you is what is important to starting your business off strong and making sure that you have business that's going to extend beyond your family and friends. So there are 3 steps to making this launch party a success. Number 1, have 2 launch shows, and at that launch show to over-invite and invite everyone. That's all step 1. Have 2 launch shows that you over-invite to and that you invite everyone. Step 2 is to invite using multiple methods and to know what to say when doing that inviting. So invite using multiple methods and to know what to say. And step 3 is to fill your calendar with parties in order to earn your rich rewards. So, step 1, have 2 launch shows, over-invite and invite everyone. I do highly recommend scheduling 2 launch parties. One with your leader, if geography allows, and then one without her. So right the following week, or if you want to do one with her on Friday and then another one on Sunday, like I said, so it could be a little more time in between or not. But what doing two allows for is if someone says, oh, Fridays on Friday I have a school function with Mikey, then you can just say, oh, no problem, I'm also having a brunch on Sunday. Hopefully that works for you. So that way when people are telling you no due to a legitimate conflict, or even if it's not legitimate, they don't want to come up with another lie so quick, then they will just come to the second date that you offer. Usually only a third of who you invite actually ends up crossing your threshold that night. So if you invite 30 people, you can expect that you'll have 7 to 10, which is a great start. But I say take advantage of the fact that probably your leader is right there in your living room. She knows what she's doing. She's bringing her jewelry. She's going to wow the guests. You want as many people in front of her as you can possibly get. So make a list of everyone that you're going to invite. Ask your family and friends to help you think of more names. And as you're doing that, diversify the list and please don't prejudge people. So what I mean by that is if there's somebody you were about to not invite because you don't think she has the money to spend, invite her anyway. There's not going to be pressure to buy. And she might book a show in order to get the jewelry she wants for free. She may want to join your team so that she can stop not having money. But we want her there, getting her opinion on the jewelry. If you think someone's, oh, she's too busy to come. Busy people somehow fit more in a day than anyone else. And maybe she wants that nice, relaxing night out with the girls. So still invite her even if she's too busy or you think she's too busy. Don't forget to invite your neighbors, right? Do you ever look out your front window and see a whole bunch of cars in front of the neighbor's house? And now you know perfectly well that someone had a party and did not invite you. Don't be that neighbor. Let them say no if they need to say no, but you don't want to be the girl that had the party and didn't invite somebody. So you can never offend someone by inviting them, only by excluding them. And I will tell you a for real quick sidebar about inviting the neighbors. So when I was having my launch party, at the last minute, I saw my diagonal across the street neighbor. She was a mom that I occasionally saw at the bus stop, but our work schedules weren't really the same, so I didn't see her all that often. But I invited her maybe like the Wednesday or the Tuesday, and the show was Friday. So she said, oh, let me let you know. She texted me the day before and said that she would like to come. And I was so excited because I figured when she said, I'll let you know, that was kind of like, the fake no. But then the day of the party, she texted me, hey, Michelle, looking forward to seeing you later. Is it okay if I bring my aunt and my sister? Of course, I was like, yes, because this was now 2 brand new people that I didn't even know coming to my launch party. Well, guess what? All 3 of them placed nice individual orders each. And her sister, to this day, is one of my best VIPs. She placed another $200 order with me a week or 2 ago and has spent easily a number with a comma over these past couple of years. She's come to every kind of event I've had. When the CEO visits, she's come to Sip and Style. She's done personal appointments. She could not love Park Lane Jewelry anymore. And that's because when people are told they can bring a friend, they don't just think of some random person. They say to themselves, who do I know that loves jewelry? And they bring that person. So that person is coming because she loves what you're selling. There is no better bring a friend. There's no better guest in the room than the bring a friend because she came 100% because of love of the products. So we love the bring a friend. So just invite everybody. Let them decide if they want to come or not. Now, of course, please do not hesitate to invite out-of-state family and friends because while they may not take the road trip to come, they certainly can place an order. And that is getting you closer to that goal of that $1,000 in sales. It's getting you closer to the goal of the at least 10 orders. Because remember, with your launch party, you're really double dipping because you're going to make the commission at that party like you were, as though because you are selling as the team member, but you also are the hostess, and which means you're getting all of the free and discounted jewelry. And remember, Park Lane gives double free credit to every hostess that has at least 10 orders. So if you have 8 orders, you get $160 in credit. But if you have 10, you go to $400. And if you have 11, you get $440, and it goes up in $40 increments. So that's why we love, love, love for you to collect as many orders onto that launch party as possible, because part 1 of your kit is the pieces that you receive in your kit. Part 2 of your kit is everything you pick out with the hostess benefits of your launch. So the bigger your party, the bigger your kit. Now, quick question. Would anyone be interested in a 5% raise? Even if you are brand new, especially if you are brand new, you are able to get, all right, and Elaine typed yes into the comments. Love it. That is the first raise that you can get here at Park Lane. Okay, so when one person joins you in this business, and starting with a friend is so much more fun than starting by yourself, right? You go to meetings together, you bounce ideas off each other, you can, if you live close by, you can travel to meetings together, you can go to events together, you can borrow jewelry from each other. But either way, even if it's a long distance friend or family member, you get to talk about it, you get to have all the fun new experiences together. So you get a 5% raise when one person joins your team. So jot this down. When you do $1,000, it's a 2-part qualification. You have sold $1,000 in a Park Lane month. And then part 2 is that someone joins you in the business that does $1,000 in sales in at least her first 5 weeks. Now, this right here is why one of the biggest reasons why we want you to have your $1,000 show take place at your launch. Because not only will you get that $300 paycheck if you bought your kit outright, but you are now prepared to find that first recruit, and you have done that $1,000 already, and you now just need to have her do her sales and be active in that month. So we want you to get that 5% raise as quickly as possible. It is that simple. Your leader will do the launch when geographically possible, just like she's doing yours. She's going to do the training, or he's going to do the training. Everything is covered for you. So we just need you to share the business opportunity with the people that you meet and with the people that you know. Because let's put this 5% raise into perspective. If you had a jewelry show tonight that closed at $600, at your starting 30% commission rate, you would have made $180, which is, of course, excellent. You're gone for 3 hours of your whole night, 2 or 3 hours, and you made $180 legally. This is, of course, fabulous. But if you were a branch, if you had that one team member, you would have made $210 instead of $180 for that same amount of work. Now, of course, $210 is better, right? So people are going to ask you about the business side of Park Lane just out of curiosity, because they're going to want to know why you chose to give this a try. So what you can say in response to that, just be honest, but be concise as well. So just say, you know what, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet, but I know that I'm wearing the jewelry, I get a lot of compliments on it, and I am having fun. Would it be okay if my friend, and then you're going to say your leader's name or the person that recruited you, and if you're not sure, just say me. All right, so would it be okay if my friend Phyllis, if my friend Michelle gave you a call tomorrow? She's the one who's answering all of my questions, and I want to make sure you get the right information as well. You can even throw in, she's really nice and she's not pushy. So that this person, and make sure that you say, my friend such and such, right? You don't need to get involved into shop talk like my upline, my recruiter, because when people start hearing that, they think like, what am I, joining the army? So you just say, my friend Michelle, or my friend Becky, my friend Sheila, whatever name applies to you. And then your leader will be the happiest leader in Park Lane calling this person for you. We want to help you build your team. Calling us with a name of somebody who wants to hear more about the business is never a bother. We are happy to do that at the soonest available opportunity. Okay, so that was number one, right? Which is to do 2 launch parties, to over-invite and invite everyone. I just also threw in the little bonus about the 5% raise. So let's go to the second step. Invite using multiple methods and to know what to say. So the most successful new team members invite using several methods. So they're calling their friends, they're texting them, they're sending individual private messages on Facebook. They are maybe even sending an evite. They may have created a Facebook event. And they mailed or handed out the little postcard invitations from the hostess package. What will not work is if you depend on any one of those all by itself. And what also will not work is if you skip the call/texting. Because if you think just a Facebook event is going to get people to your house, you're going to be disappointed the night of your show. Then if you sent an evite, well, what about people that don't check their email, or they only check their email at work, and that type of stuff won't get to their email at work. That's why you need to use multiple different methods so that you are able to reach everybody, so that if they saw the text and responded, but they're also somebody who's on Facebook a lot, now they'll see the reminders in the Facebook event, they'll have the text, and then you remind them the day before. These are all things that keep all of our very busy friends' heads focused on our launch party. So, also, as an aside, never group text, never group Facebook Messenger. There is nothing worse than getting caught in the 7th circle of hell giant group chat, where people are RSVPing, people are asking questions unrelated to the show. It does 2 things. 1, it makes it drag on forever and drives people crazy. And number 2 is that in any RSVP situation, typically the no's come first and then the yeses. Because if people look at their calendar and see, we have tickets to a show that night, so we can't go, I can't go to that, let me just quick let her know. In a group chat environment, that makes it look like, quote unquote, no one's going. So we don't need everybody knowing who's not coming. So please, only individuals. So what are we saying when we invite our friends to this? You're saying something like, hey, Sue, it's Michelle. I am so excited. I started my own business as a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. Have you heard of Park Lane? And then let them answer. They're either going to say, obviously, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. So either response, you're coming back with something like, oh, don't you love it? It's beautiful and versatile jewelry of every style, every price range, and it's all guaranteed. I'm launching my business this Saturday night at 7, and I would love if you could be here and give your opinions on my jewelry. Are you free that night to join us? That's all. If they say, because you can just get their RSVP right away. People know what they're doing over the next couple weeks. So if they say yes, then you can say, great, I'm so excited to see you. I'm going to text you an official invite. And I would love if you could bring a friend along with you. Feel free to send that text invite out to a friend or call somebody. I would love to have a little bit of a bigger crowd here and get more opinions. Okay? If she says no, okay, the pattern you want to get into the habit of is if they can't come to me, I'm going to go to them, okay? So anybody who says no, you can say, oh, I'm sorry that you can't be here. Part of my job is to get opinions of the jewelry from my friends and family, from people who I trust, and you always look so nice and put together. I really would love to get your opinions on the jewelry that came in my kit. Would it be okay if I stop by one day next week for like 20 minutes to show you my jewelry? Or we can even meet at Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, whatever works for you. A lot of times they'll at least say yes to that if they can come to the show. One-on-one personal appointments will build your business so quickly because chances are once you get with them one-on-one, they're going to fall in love with the jewelry. You're going to tell them about the sale. You're going to tell them about the hostess plan. You may have even done your own party by the time you get together, and you're going to be able to say to her at this one-on-one that you just got $400 worth of jewelry credit as a hostess. Very, very often, a personal appointment turns into a booking. It turns into an order. It turns into both an order and a booking. It turns into a new team member. But getting eyeballs on real life jewelry is what builds your business quickly. Okay, so step 3, fill your calendar with the number of shows that you want to do, but certainly go for at least one or so a week, even 2 a week, so that you get into a nice routine, so that you can see how it feels to remember the correction you want to make from the show before, right? If you do your first show and then your second show isn't for another 3 weeks, all the things you wanted to remember to say or change, you already forgot. So now it's like starting to ride the bike all over again. So now you do another show. If it's another 2 weeks, you will always feel like the kid that's learning to ride their bike for the first time. That is yet another reason why I love when you do 2 launch parties in the same weekend, because everything from Friday is fresh in your head for Sunday or for Saturday. Or everything from 1 o'clock on Saturday is fresh in your head for 7 o'clock on Saturday. Because, by the way, this is a business that you can easily do 2 shows in a day. It's not like you have to wash dishes, schlep anything heavy, take forever, be tired when you leave. I'm never tired when I leave a show. We unrolled jewelry. People tried it on. I rolled it back up and I walked out. I look just as gorgeous when I leave as when I walk in. You barely smudge your lipstick. So you will find that you can, if that is something you want to do, you know, sometimes I have single moms that will say to me, I have my kids every other weekend and I want to maximize the time when they're with their dad. And the way to do that and still enjoy a day off is maybe your work schedule is that you do shows at 1 and 7 on Saturdays. So now you have your Friday night free, you have Sunday brunch to do with your girlfriends, or you can offer Friday nights and Sunday brunch, and you have all day Saturday, and you are getting a whole lot kicked out. And if you're somebody who wants to be doing a lot of shows, you have a large income need, you want to build, you want to promote, you can do a show, you know, and your schedule allows. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you're with the kids the whole week and you want to get out of there on weekends. Then you do a show Friday, a show on Saturday at 1, a show on Saturday at 7, or 11, 3, and 7. And then either enjoy your Sunday, work again, whatever you want to do. But this is a business that you can do a month's worth of work in one weekend if you wanted to. If you want to do 1 show a week, another option is to do 4 shows in one weekend. So these are just lots of options if you're working around a husband's schedule, your own work schedule, a custody arrangement. There's so much flexibility to this job that the majority of you, I hope, will find that will eventually be your number one thing you love about the business, is the flexibility that it provides you. So, when you are inviting, a great strategy is when you are inviting people to your launch party is to actually see if they want to have their own show first. So the first question, and this is great for the people, even like your sister, your friend who's had a party light show every year of your life, you know who your party friends are. Then you can ask them to have a show before you even invite them to your own launch. Because if they'll say yes to their own show, then that's a show that's booked so that maybe she books the week after your launch. So that now the people at your launch party are probably going to book more like 2 weeks out and further. So if you're saying, you know, I'm so excited, I started a new business, I'm a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry, I am looking for 2 fun people to have shows with me. I just need somebody to have one person to have a big gathering and one person to have a little gathering. Would you be able to have one of those 2? Now notice I didn't say how many people, because to some people a little gathering is 4, which is fine. And to some people a little gathering is 12. I'm not going to put a 4 number on somebody who thinks 12 isn't a lot of people. And I don't actually care which they say yes to, big or small. A show is a show. And they're all getting hostess coached the same way, because they're all going to be told 10 orders equals double free credit. So your friend who said yes to the small gathering will probably be motivated to get the 10 orders anyway. This is just a way to not overwhelm people. So if they say, yeah, sure, I can do, I'll do the little one. Then the way you get dates on the calendar is you give 2 choices at a time. So first you may be saying, would you like during the week or on the weekend? Provided that's what you're able to offer. If you're only offering weekends, then your only question is, would you like day or evening? But if you do weekdays or weekends, then the first question I ask is, would you like weekends or weekday? If she says, I guess I'll take a weekday. Okay, great. And if you're somebody who can do a show by day during the week, again, you can say now, did you want by day during the week or in the evening? But at that point, then it just becomes, okay, I have Tuesday the 10th and Thursday the 17th, which is better? Because you just want to give 2 choices at a time. If you just say, okay, I'm booking October, when is good? She now starts looking at her October calendar, and she's seeing the pumpkin patch at preschool and her niece's bridal shower. These are things that aren't even taking place on the day that she just asked for, but it's making her feel overwhelmed. So that's why we want to keep them focused, and you provide the date. One of the main reasons people say no is that they can't make a decision. That's why we provide limited options. Would you like weekday or weekend? Okay, I guess I would like a weekend. Okay, I have the evening of Saturday night the 13th, and I have a day slot at 11 on the 27th, which is better. Now she just has to pick, oh, well, I really did have in mind I wanted daytime, so I guess I'll take the 27th. This is how you control your calendar, and you get names written in a book, host packets handed out, and shows actually happening. Then if they say no to that, you invite them to your launch. If they say no to that, what do we do next? Remember, if they can't come to me, I go to them.
Yeah.
And I ask if they want an appointment. At that point, they typically will say yes because they've said 2 no's already, and they're going to feel bad saying no again. However, are there going to be people that say no to every single option? There absolutely are. And I just want to prepare you for that now, because some of those people might be blood relatives. Some of those people might be your best friend. It might be your mom, okay? That doesn't mean that you are not going to be successful in this business. I will tell you, I've been in direct sales for over 18 years. I've earned countless trips, drive a company car, and the whole thing. And the first thing my mom said to me when I told her that I was starting a business like this was, don't invite me to one of those parties. Okay, and in all these years, she has never hosted a show and has very rarely made a purchase. Did that make me not join? Did that make me think I wasn't going to be successful? No, it did not, because I know a lot of people besides my mom. So if you get that reaction, even from someone that you were expecting support, we're moving on. You've said no to a lot of people a lot of times, right? And the girl at the register at Target today asked you if you wanted to open a Target card, didn't she? and you said no thank you, you did not go, I promise you, she did not go home and question if she should work at Target anymore. She said no to the credit card offer. She hated me. Maybe she didn't even like me. None of that is true, but sometimes that's what you think when you hear a no from a friend or family member, right? Because what they are not saying, they're not saying, no, Samantha, you're so annoying. I hate you. Don't ever call me again. They are just saying, no, thanks. I can't do that right now. It might not even mean not ever. Sometimes it's just no, not right now. It doesn't even necessarily mean no, not ever. And if it does mean no, not ever, then that's fine, because there are lots of people that do want the service we are offering. I promise you that. So I want to screen share once more and point you in the direction of where you can locate a good amount of the words I just shared with you. So we are back here in the downloads. Okay, and this booklet right here, Getting Started, A Guide to Your Success. You can click here. And you can certainly print this booklet out if you would like. You can save it to the iBooks on your iPad, whatever you want to do. But you'll find this to be a little helpful guide. If you do not own a paper calendar, then I would recommend filling in all the dates of this for October and using it at your shows. Print out extras of this page and bring it to your shows. People cannot pick a date looking at your little phone screen, okay? So you can totally keep your calendar on the phone. I'm not telling you not to. But when you're in front of people booking shows, you must have paper. Otherwise, they're going to not be able to visualize the dates. Here you can help yourself with a list. And when you are making this list, I want you to think bigger than what you see there. So, for example, your relatives. When you are making the list of your relatives and you put down your sister-in-law, does your sister-in-law have a sister? You know, you want to reach around when you're making some of this list. And reach around means your sister-in-law's sister, right? Your brother's wife's mom. Because some of these people are at all your family parties, right? My sister-in-law has a sister my sister-in-law has a sister-in-law who lives closer to me than to her. And I see her at various family functions. So if I didn't want to ask my sister-in-law for something, I could ask Jessica. And that's somebody that I know. She's not my relative, but she still falls into the relatives category. When you're doing coworkers, you have a job now perhaps, but what about your previous job? What about your spouse's coworkers? What about your friends' coworkers that you see at the block party every year? So think about past and present when working this list, okay? And then here are many of the magical words that I just shared with you. So say them out loud. If you need to make little edits so that you feel better, that it sounds like it's more coming from you, of course you can do that. But this is pretty much very similar to what I shared with you on the call tonight. And it's just simple and easy and to the point. Getting shows booked, this is the wording for that. So that's what this brochure is, this booklet is, and I think you'll find that helpful with some of the words. The other area that I will show you here on the field interface today is this section right here on the left. See where it says PL 101, where I have my cursor here? This is the area that brand new people come to do the training on their own schedule. So if you're somebody who commutes on the train, if you're somebody who sits at ballet for an hour while your 5-year-old is in the ballet class and you would be sitting in the car or sitting in the waiting room, have your earbuds, have your phone, and you can be, instead of binge watching something on Netflix on your iPad, binge train yourself. My first shows, this is videos from past conventions of top sellers marketing the jewelry and showing the pieces and sharing the words they use and how to work with a hostess, how to work with a customer. These are all things that will help you with your words. This one right here is a show opening. When you start your show, what are the words that you say to the guests first? So these are just all kinds of fun things that will help you. And as you see, there's a bunch of different categories. How to work with your hostess, because you have to kind of stay on top of your hostess, keep her excited, suggest who to invite, because if you just book a show with her and then the next time you speak to her is the day of the show, it's not going to be as successful as you want it. They need our help in what to do. The Steps to Success booklet, this is the online version. You will receive one in your kit, but if you would like to look at it sooner, here's where it is. And you'll find, tracking your first show dates. All of that is in here. So the career plan with how you get paid, all of that is in here as well. So while you are new, I really do encourage you to stay in the Park Lane 101 area. And when you first click the field interface, this section here that says new training videos, this is all of the presentations from the most recent convention, and you will find some fabulous, fabulous videos here. So I will allow you to click Park Lane 101, to click new training videos, and the other important thing that you want to always have access to is right here under resources, the network. Each month, Park Lane puts out a network magazine, and here's like the past issues, but here's our October. And this is where you can see what the specials are this month. This right here in Providence is the level 3 Rich Rewards set. So any of you selling $2,500 this month, you're going to receive this set in the mail. Any of you that are launching this month, as soon as you submit this $1,000, your first $1,000 in sales, these gorgeous shoulder duster crystal earrings that you're going to wear on New Year's Eve are yours. And then if you go recruit somebody by the end of the month who does her 1,000, you get a second pair, because this month, when you launch somebody, you as the recruiter get the earrings, and the new recruit gets the earrings. So let your recruiter, you and your recruiter should be earring twinning this month, getting these amazing, amazing earrings.
Michelle, I had a question on the Drake earrings.
Sure.
Is that the $1,000? Is it just like the rose earrings we had all month to earn them, or
This
is
is
it?
an all-month thing, yes.
Okay.
The difference between that one, though, is that was strictly a sales promotion. You sold 1,000, you got them. This
Okay.
one, you have to help somebody launch at 1,000, and then you both get them.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Thank
you
you.
do have all the way till the final date of October.
Okay.
Awesome. So with that, I do thank you for taking the time to be on tonight's call. I know that everyone has super busy schedules, and I hope that you found this to be just about an hour well spent. I know that one of the biggest things that I do believe has helped me be successful in all of my years in direct sales is that I do take advantage of as many training opportunities that are available to me, and I apply what I learned, something that I learned, as quickly as possible. Because when you hear something and then don't apply it, you tend to not actually use what you learned. So I welcome you to Park Lane. I'm so excited to help you. What I am going to do here is stop the recording. However, if you do have a question, stay on and I will continue to answer it, but I'm just going to stop the recording right now. So welcome to Park Lane.